I take great pleasure in introducing, what's your name, kid? Larry, Spikes, and all the Lonesome Ramblers. How about?
I walked out one night for a ramble round. I didn't mean to stay just to view the town. When I saw her smiling from afar as she walked into that crossroad bar. Well, I walked inside and sit me down, ordered sweet red wine and I drank it down. She came and sat beside me there, with the dark brown eyes and her red, red hair. I told her that I loved her true. Anything you want, I'm sure to do. Said a man like you don't get too far with a girl like me through the crossroad bar. I like smoky lights and a lonesome song, and I won't do right if I can do you wrong. You want the moon above, but I'm a darker star, and you won't find love at the crossroad bar. Come on, my friends, take my advice. Keep your love at home with your loving wife. You better off than you think you are, and you won't find love at the crossroad bar. I am a roving gambler, gamble all around. Wherever I meet with a deck of cards, lay my money down. Lay my money down, lay my money down. I hadn't been in Frisco many more weeks than 3. Fell in love with a pretty little girl, she fell in love with me. Fell in love with me, fell in love with me. She took me to her parlor, cooled me with her fan, whispered low in her mother's ear, love the gambling man. Love the gambling man, love the gambling man. Oh dear daughter, how can you treat me so? Needed your old mother, with the gambler go. With the gambler go, with the gambler go. Oh mother, oh dear mother, you know I love you well. Love a half for the gambling man, no human tongue can tell. No human tongue can tell, no human tongue can tell. We started out in Frisco, I wound up in Maine. There I met with a gambling man, got the poker game. Got the poker game, got the poker game. He put the money in the pot, dealt the cards around, saw him deal from the bottom of the deck, and shot the gambler down. Shot the gambler down, shot the gambler down. Now I'm down in prison, got a number for my name. The warden said you lock the door, you gambled your last game. Gambled your last game, gambled your last game. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks, and welcome to the Flatrock Bluegrass Show. Welcome to the Huron Valley Eagles. I'm Larry Sparks, and the fellows here with me are the Lonesome Ramblers. We're glad to be back with you once again and to play and sing for you. And hope you folks will enjoy what we be doing on stage. We got a lot of music to play tonight, a lot of record songs, and some of them won't be our record songs probably, but we're going to try to get all the picking and singing we can in for you tonight, and we thank you all for coming out and taking a part in the show. We hope we'll play something or sing something that you'll like before you leave. All the fellas feeling good, ain't you, boys?
Oh, yes, sir, Larry.
Good and lonesome, I guess. I'll try my best, EJ, to keep them good and lonesome.
You do a good job, Larry.
We're going to sing you some of our hits tonight. Some of them are sold under, like somewhere under 1 million copies, somewhere under 2 million copies, somewhere under 3 million copies. And we could go on and on, but we're going to sing you some of our gospel music and whatever. We always like to feature some of the gospel songs. Huh?
Make sure you can all hear it.
I believe I can hear pretty good. Be sure I'm louder than the rest of the fellers.
Make sure you can hear it. Larry, is yours all right?
I think it sounds pretty good. It might change a little bit as the night goes on. If the folks, someone might get a bigger crowd in, the sound will change. Might have to get you come back up and adjust it again. Okay? It sounds pretty good right now. You aim to please, and we're going to try to aim to please. We shoot for at least. We figure if we can get 1 out of 10 people satisfied, that's pretty good. First met you down in Lover's Lane. You were just like an angel, my little blue-eyed Jane. We walked along, we sang the songs the birds were singing too. It would be like heaven here on earth to begin with you, 'cause you're the girl of my dreams. It seems that my dreams will never come true. Once you said you loved me too, that you would be my own. Now you've gone so far away and left me all alone. Another man has won your hand, took your love from me. You still linger in my heart and in my memory, 'cause you're the girl of my dreams. It seems that my dreams will never come true. At night we'd sit out in the old porch swing. Stars were shining brightly while softly you would sing. You'd sing of happy days gone by, you made me happy too. It would be like heaven here on earth to be again with you, 'cause you're the girl of my dreams. It seems that my dreams will never come true. Thank you. I know we got a lot of people likes to, when they come out to the Huron Valley Eagles Lodge, they like to dance a little bit. We're going to do you a tune that you might appreciate, those of you that get involved in that sort of thing. Here's one from one of our albums, and it's called The Buffalo Gals, and we like to play it for you, and it goes just exactly like this. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. That's the Buffalo Gals. And here's a song I've been singing for quite some time now, a few months. And just found out the other day that the record should be out now, should be available. Those of you that follow our music and collect our records, we appreciate it. And our new album should be out going across the country somewhere. So maybe you folks that have been looking for the album will get a copy of it. Here's a song that'll be on it. Go on and tell me you don't love me anymore. Go on and hurt me like you hurt me before. I'll find a reason to look away when you're untrue. 'Cause I love you, it's the natural thing to do. No matter how you treat me, I'll stand the test until you see this love of mine stands out from all the rest. I'll be there to mend the pieces when he breaks your heart in two. 'Cause I love you, it's the natural thing to do. If we could only just relive oh yesterday, when love was blooming like the flowers that bloom in May. But I'm just wishing for the things that can't come true. 'Cause I love you, it's the natural thing to do. No matter how you treat me, I'll stand the test until you see this love of mine stands out from all the rest. I'll be there to mend the pieces when he breaks your heart in two. 'Cause I love you, it's the natural thing to do. Thank you. Smoky Mountain memories about my home in Tennessee. I was such a fool to leave her all alone. Mountains rising in my soul, higher than the dreams I've known. Misty-eyed they cling to me, my Smoky Mountain memory. An old gray man with the dog asleep at his feet plays a worn-out fiddle full of melody. Smiles with his eyes, the lines on his face fool me as much as the tunes he plays. Talking about my Smoky Mountain memory, pretty girls in Tennessee. I was such a fool to leave her all alone. Think about her in my dreams, I wonder if she thinks of me. I always hold her close to me in my Smoky Mountain memory. Mister, play your fiddle, please. Play some mountain memories. I've been down a lonesome road, so far from home. Nothing left to hold on to. Made some plans, they fell through. Now there's nothing left for me but my Smoky Mountain memory. Smoky Mountain memory about my home in Tennessee. I was such a fool to leave her all alone. Mountains rising in my soul, higher than the dreams I've known. Misty-eyed, they cling to me, my Smoky Mountain memory. From an album we did a few years back, I believe it was entitled You Could Have Called. I'm going to introduce to you one of our Lonesome Ramblers. You want to sing one or pick one?
Well, I believe I'll sing one right here. How's that?
You're gonna sing one. You're gonna get brave, huh?
Yeah, I'll get real brave.
Well, he's from Mexico, and that's David Harvey. He just come in from Mexico, rather. Give him a nice hand, if you will.
Well, thank you.
Let me get hold. Let me get ready. This requires me getting ready, don't it?
Well, I believe it does.
Why don't you?
I was all ready to take right off.
Yeah, you just too ready tonight.
I'll slow down a little bit.
See it? This requires really getting things in place.
Well, this tune is
Getting
from your
ready.
John Deere Tractor album. That's where I learned it, and it's a good tune, and that's a great album, by the way. Real fine record. The John Deere Tractor record. That's a fine album. This tune's from that. It's called Nobody's Business What I Do.
I believe I'm ready now. All right.
Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. She drives a limousine, I crank the old machine. Nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. Well, that's where the money goes. Goodbye, my baby's clothes. Nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. Morphine will make you crazy, cocaine will kill my baby. Nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. I get it, girl. Well, she drives a Cadillac, I walk the railroad track. Nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. I get it. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. That's a good selection there. Appreciate you singing that. Dave knows 7 songs all the way through. That leaves him 6. I'm a little hoarse tonight. We'll probably have to get you to sing all 7 of them, Dave. Let's see now. We had already some requests coming in for Love of the Mountains, two trees. That's called both titles. It don't matter. We know which one it is. But we'll just sing that for you in a few minutes. Right now, I think let's do a gospel song for the folks. And This is one that won't get it too fast. It's called I Shall Not Be Moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. I shall not be moved. I'm sanctified and holy, I shall not be moved. Sanctified and holy, I shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved like a tree planted by the water. I shall not be moved. Why don't expect to turn back, Lord, I shall not be moved. Don't expect to turn back, I shall not be moved like a tree planted by the water. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. I shall not be moved. Thank you kindly. Here's some banjo picking for you folks. We like to do this is some banjo picking, some guitar picking, some mandolin picking, whatever it takes to. This goes back, gets one of my instrumental tunes from back in the 70s we recorded, and we called it Kentucky Chimes. And I'd like to do it once again for you. We'll try to do it pretty much close as way we can to the record. We never see no reason to change the title to it. Still call it Kentucky Chimes. This is one of them that's sold right at somewhere under 1 million copies. It goes like this. Two trees on the hillside of the mountain, always looking up toward the sky. Reminds me of my papa and my mama, who lived there 80 years before they died. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. Old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Burning of the greenwood on the fireplace, falling snow around the redbud trees, branches of the laurel by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. Old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first were settled there. He spoke about the love of the mountain that he and Mama shared together there. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. Old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Thank you very much.
Well, we thank you all very kindly. Is everybody having a good time so far this evening? Well, all right. We appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed the first band that was on. We're having a good time up here, right, Larry? Oh, we always...
Don't overlook. Go ahead.
We always have a good... We always have... Go ahead. We have a good time up here in Flatrock, don't we? Yeah, we're at the...
I just nod. I go like this.
At the Huron Valley's Eagle Club.
Okay, you got anything else to say for yourself?
I'm done.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, you better tell the folks a little bit about Harold and Maude. You kind of slacking down here because you come in from Mexico. You're going to have to work here tonight.
Harold and Maude? You mean you heard from them again?
Well, no, I haven't, really, but I figured you might have.
They live right down the road here. I stopped in on the way down here tonight. We had a big bite of biscuits and gravy this morning, the awfulest bunch of stuff you ever seen in your life, and the best country ham. You know what they've took to doing?
Yeah, I like that country ham.
That country ham. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
They've got a bunch of hogs out there on their place down here in Huron Valley, and they've took to transporting hogs illegally over the state line.
They'll get caught.
Yeah, well, you know, they did get caught here recently. They was taking this big old hog. They had him up in the front seat and had a overcoat and a hat up there for him so they could stick it on him real fast in case they got pulled over. Well, you know, State Boy, he thought he saw a hog in their car and he heard about him. He pulled him over and Harold said, "Maude, quick, get that coat and that hat on that hog." Maude said, "Okay." Maude said, "Okay." She kind of talks up, "Okay," about like that, you know. Well, they got that coat on, hat on that hog, yeah. And they got them all pulled over and everything, and the big State Boy come up to the car and said, "Hey, aren't you those two that's transporting them hogs illegally?"
You pulled them over again.
Pulled them over, yeah.
Didn't have to tell
Harold
her.
said, "No, that ain't us." He said, "What's your name, boy?"
What did he just see a tail
He
light out
said,
of like that?
"Well," he said, "My name's Harold Johnson," just like that.
Hootie.
Looked over at Maud and said, "What's your name, gal?" "Maud Johnson." Looked at that hog, said, "What's your name, boy?" Said, The state boy said, well, I guess you're all
Right,
right.
well,
We'll just
I
let
guess
you go on, you know. Let him go on down the road. Well, the state boy got back in his car and looked at his partner and said, boy, that Harold Ma, they ain't much to look at, but that Oink Johnson's the ugliest thing I ever seen.
Thank you, Dave. I needed the rest. Appreciate that. Now we got another fellow over here that plays bass for us. Him and the banjo picker, they just started singing with me a few months ago. They never sung before in their life. Couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. But they doing pretty good singing with me. My bass player, he knows one song all the way through by himself. And we're going to have you sing that for all the folks here tonight. He sung it in New Jersey. It took him 27 minutes to sing it out in New Jersey. May take him that long tonight. May take him not as long. I don't know. We'll have him do it after a while. And okay, here's a tune that we'll try to pick for you. And if I ever get this thing in tune tonight, I'm going to have to get it welded, DJ. Weld it if I ever get it in tune. That's what it is. We picked this sometime, and it's a little tune called The Bugle Call Rag. And to get us underway is our banjo picker, Barry Crabtree. If you want to give Barry Crabtree a hand, he'll appreciate it. And we'll get right on through this tune for you. Glory, glory, hallelujah. When I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. When I lay my burdens down. I want to see my Father when I lay my burdens down. I want to see my Father when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. I want to see my mother when I lay my burdens down. I want to see my mother when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. I want to see my Jesus when I lay my burdens down. I want to see my Jesus when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burdens down. Thank you. That's a gospel song taken from John Deere Tractor album. We're going to sing you one more gospel, then move along with something else. And we've got a lot of music to try to play for you tonight. We want to thank all of you for coming out and being with us and joining in the show. Hope we'll do something that you'll like before we end the show up tonight. Here's a gospel tune that we do quite often, and we'd like to try it again, called When My Time Comes to Go. When my time comes to go, when my time comes to go, I'm gonna lay my head on Jesus' breast when my time comes to go. Oh, I may be lame, cannot walk, I may be blind, I cannot see. I'll fly away on the wings of love when he comes after me. When my time comes to go, when my time comes to go, I want to lay my head on Jesus' breast when my time comes to go. Oh, I want to hear him say, well done, I've come to set you free. There's a crown of life waiting just for you if you will stand by me. When my time comes to go, when my time comes to go, I'm gonna lay my head on Jesus' breast when my time comes to go. When my time comes to go, when my time comes to go, I'm gonna lay my head on Jesus' breast when my time comes to go. Thank you a lot. We're going to sing some more gospel after a while, and we hope y'all appreciate that. Dave, get your fiddle. And while you're doing that, I'll introduce our bass player. He's been with me on the road about 5 years now, a little over 5 years, and he is just recently, the last few months, he's graduated from interstate, driving the bus on the interstate highway to driving on 2-lane roads now. And I can catch a nap or two at last. And he sings tenor for us, and that's D Sparks. If you want to give D a hand, he'll appreciate it. We'll have him sing that song after a while. And right now we're going to have another fiddle tune and we're instrumental, and we'll be back with you after a bit, do some more picking and singing. Those of you that like what we do on the stage and like our style of music, we have most everything that we sing and play on an album or a tape, probably just about everything we do. And step back and visit with us if you like to and take a look at our albums. We have a few things with us tonight, not a whole lot, but if you like to look at their albums or tapes, we some other things over there, we appreciate it very much. What are you going to fiddle?
Let's fiddle a little Sally Gooden right here, Larry.
How long will it take you to do this?
Not real long. We'll do a little bit of it real good and then get out of it.
Okay. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you very much.
He's a little hoarse, but he does all right when he's hoarse. Believe me, Larry Sparks can always do all right. We appreciate him up here in Flatrock. We're glad to have Larry anytime. Always puts on a good show. Anybody got that 688625? We're holding the Lonesome Ramblers up here. Somebody's got to have it here.
We got all that.
Larry said he'd stay all night if we'd cook breakfast. I got an echo of that too. Nobody got that ticket? Gina, come here. Gina? Me anytime. Put your hands together here and welcome Larry Sparks and the Lonesome Ramblers back. Let me hear it.
Can't stand the pain you put me through, torturing my mind with things you do. Oh, I can't go home loving you. ashes burn. I'll wait alone, you'll not return. You won't be back, no, it's true. Oh, I can't go on loving you. I can't go on loving you. Can't stand the pain you put me through. Torturing my mind with things you do. Oh, I can't go on loving you. I wish you happiness, sweetheart. It hurts to know we had to part. I'll think of you and the love with you. Oh, I can't go on loving you. I can't go on loving you. Can't stand the pain you put me through. Torturing my mind with things you do. Oh, I can't go on loving you. Oh, I can't go on loving you. Hey, mama, here's a letter from your son. Well, I think my city days are done, Mom, and it ain't been 3 weeks since I came. Hey, mama, I do remember what you said. Say your prayers before you go to bed, son. And remember, city women ain't the same. I'm like a John Deere tractor in a half-acre field, trying to plow a furrow where the soil is made of steel. Oh, I wish I was home, Mom, where the bluegrass is growing and the sweet country girls don't complain. Mama, so much perfume I thought I'd drown. And the Lord didn't seem to be nowhere around. Hey, I fell like a flower from the vine. Oh, she was pretty, Lord knows. Thought that she would bring me joy. She laughed, she called me country boy, Mom. And after she had been so kind, I'm like a John Deere tractor in a half-acre field, trying to plow a furrow where the soil is made of steel. I wish I was home, Mom, where the bluegrass is growing and the firelight shimmers and shines. Hey, thank you very much. We appreciate your hand applause, folks. If we do something you like, well, feel free to make all the rackets you want to. We've had a few requests from some of you this time around, and we're going to sing the songs you asked us to do. If we I tried to. Most of them we don't know. We're going to sing them anyway. Here's a tune that, Dave, you just keep your fiddle and step right up to the mic and do one for these folks called The Lonesome Indian, huh? He's really picking that fiddle, boy. You don't need no bow. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Here's a song that I was asked to sing a little earlier, and I believe I can remember all the words to it. I'll get through it. This is one called The Blue Virginia Blues. It goes like this. Have you ever been to Richmond in November when the cold Virginia rain is coming down? Friend, I'm here to tell you it's no pleasure when you're all alone and a stranger to the town. Don't take me wrong, I do like East Virginia, and Richmond's full of hospitality. Except for one Virginia girl I know of that made a perfect love wreck out of me. Blue, Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world can break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. She called me up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Said, I need you here in Richmond right away. Take the bus and I'll meet you at the station. Bring some clothes, I might want you to stay. My bus pulled in the station late this evening. There ain't a soul around this place but me. She must have changed her mind or she's forgotten her name ain't in the phone directory. Blue, blue, Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world can break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. I wish I had the money for a taxi, a warm and cozy place to lay me down, instead of standing all alone in Richmond while the cold Virginia rain is coming down. Blue, Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world can break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. No, there ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. Thank you. You probably heard that song before. It was a pretty new song. Pete Goldwyn brought it to me a couple of years back and recorded some songs of his, and he was a little bit slow about getting around to it, so he went ahead and recorded it himself. I will forgive him for that. But anyway, I think we did 2 or 3 of their songs, Pete Goldwyn and Leroy Drum, and I've been telling you folks last couple of times we played the Flatrock about our new album. So those of you that maybe are wondering, do we have it? We don't have it because it's out, but we don't have the album. Just quite a bit of a delay on it. Now this is for you folks that have been watching for it. It should be out now, so we hope you'll pick up a copy when you can find one at the record store or wherever. It should be out within available to the stores that carry bluegrass music right away. If you go into a store and they don't have our albums, chances are they're just sold out. Whatever. We got one called Kentucky Banjo we like to play for you. I had some requests for this, and let's do this instrumental style. What do you say? All right, it goes like this.
Well, thank you kindly, friends and neighbors. Barry Crabtree from Clay City, Kentucky on the 5-string banjo right there. Does a fine job. He's wore out, he said, Larry. You know, that reminds me the other night. Boy, was I wore out. I was helping Harold and Maud move their furniture around. Now, Maud always moves that doggone furniture around all the time. You fellas ever come home and your furniture's moved all over the place? You know how it is, then. Well, old Maud was moving the furniture around. I was helping her out. Yeah, it was. We moved out the bed, and there was a bushel basket underneath the bed. Had 2 ears of corn in it. Yeah, 2 ears of corn. Harold said, Maud, what's that 2 ears of corn in that basket right there? Maud said, well, Harold, I hate to tell you this, but every time I cheat on you, I put an ear of corn in that basket there. Boy, Harold didn't like that much. He said, well, Maud, 2 ears of corn, that's 2 times. 25 years, I guess we'll just forget about that. Well, we went on moving the furniture around, pulled out the chest of drawers, and found $10,000 underneath of it. Harold said, Geo! Said, Geo, Maud, what's that $10,000 right there? Maud said, well, Harold, every time I got a bushel of corn, I sold it. Bubba! Oh, that kills me. That kills me, doesn't it? That kills me. That kills me. Well, it's time to introduce the main man to y'all right now. 25 years in the bluegrass music business this young man has right here. Started his career with the Stanley Brothers in 1964. Took over Carter Stanley's place when he passed away in 1966. Yes, friends and neighbors, he's a Kentucky colonel. He's a good guy. He likes to sneak up on you and make fun of you behind your back. But he's a good guy to pick with. We have a lot of fun on the road. He's a Kentucky colonel. He's got 40 record albums to his credit. He's got a brand new one coming out on Rebel Records commemorating 25 years in bluegrass music called Silver Reflections. So be sure and look for that one. The one, the only, Mr. Soul of Bluegrass, Larry Sparks. Make you feel good.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. A face in the crowd on your wedding day. You tossed me a rosebud from your bridal bouquet. No one seemed to notice. No one wondered why. When you pledged your love to him, there were tears in my eyes. Her face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Your gown of white satin, my half worn out clothes. I knew you loved one time, but your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. As your friends, they all kissed you, I heard someone say, the man with the rosebud from your bridal bouquet, was he kinda special, or was he just a friend? I heard you speak softly, he was only a friend. A face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Your gown of white satin, my half worn out clothes. I knew you loved one time, but your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Thank you. Thank you very much. A Face in the Crowd, one of our songs we've been singing for a long time, and we hope you folks liked it once again. I was talking earlier with Mr. E.J. Slayton, and time flies, and we didn't realize he'd been having shows at here at the Flatrock Eagles I believe it's 5 years now, about 5 years to this time of a year. So that's great that we can, and he has it year round, and you folks know that. But EJ is doing a real good job keeping bluegrass music going in the area. So I think he deserves a little hand, huh, Mr. EJ Slayton? He's had it shorten his life 10 years, but he thinks it'll be worth it. Well, EJ, I really appreciate you, what you're doing for the music, and we appreciate it. These folks thank you, too, for keeping the music going and bringing groups in that they like. And we hope they like Larry Sparks and the Lonesome Ramblers, because thank you, both of you. Well, I'm going to try another 25, and I hope I make it. And after that, I'm going for another 25, then another 25, then another. And one of these days, I'll catch up with Bill Monroe, huh? Here's an instrumental that we're going to have on our album, and I'd like to play for you. Testing, 1, 2. Can you take a little bass off my voice, DJ? Take some bass off. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. That's what I need, a little bit of edge. This is a tune that, well, I guess it was wrote several years ago. It's a new tune to me when I heard it, and it'll be a new tune to you folks. And it's called Cruising Timber. And Dave's dad wrote this tune, 15, 20 years back.
I believe it was something like that. Yeah.
And he passed away a couple months ago, but he was a great musician in the Dayton, Ohio area, Mr. Dorsey Harvey. He was a great mandolin player, and this is one of the tunes he wrote, and we kind of worked it out, and this will be on our album, and they called it Cruising Timber, and it goes like this. Let's play it. Okay, now Dee, step up and sing your song. You just know one, so might as well go ahead and sing it. Tell them what it is.
We're going to do one called Just Because.
And tell them how long you're going to sing it.
Takes about 2 hours to sing this song. We're going to get Barry to kick it off on the 5-string. Just cause you think you're so pretty, just cause you think you're so hot, just because you think you're something nobody else has done. Now you made me spend all money, you laugh, call me old Santa Claus. I'm telling you, honey, I'm through with you, because, just because.
Brand new one, he just wrote it.
Now there come a time when you'll be lonesome, there come a time when you'll be blue. Oh, Santa Claus won't be near you, they only feel for you. Now you made me spend all the money, you laughed on me, oh Santa Claus. I'm telling you, honey, I'm through with you, because, just because. Now there come a time when you'll be lonesome, there come a time when you'll be blue. Whoa, Santa Claus won't be near you, they're only feel for you. Now you made me spend all the money, you laughed on me, oh Santa Claus. I'm telling you, honey, I'm through with you, because, just because.
Thank you, Dee. That's a real good job. He says he wrote that song. I don't know if he did or not. I bet he just copied it down when he wrote it, didn't he? Here's a song goes back many years, and we like to sing it for you. Just taken from our Blue Sparks album. If I can remember the words to it, it's called The Old Plantation. Way down upon the old plantation, Massey used to own me as a slave. He had a yellow gal named Lorena. We courted where the wild bananas swayed. For many long years we had courted, and their lives they became as one. I worked hard to support my old Massey. For happiness, our lives had just begun. Now the moon shines tonight on Lorena, as we sit and watch the coon among the corn, and the wind blowing through the wild bananas, and the hoot owl hooted like a horn. One day I called to see my Lorena. I I thought she would meet me at the gate, but they took her away to Alabama and left me to mourn for her sake. For years I had longed to see her, and the thought of her was ever in my head. Then one day Massey read me a letter telling me my Lorena was dead. No more the moon shines on Lorena as we sit and watch the coon among the corn, and the wind blowing through the wild banana, and the hoot owl hooted like a horn. Okay, good to see some familiar faces tonight, folks that come to see us when we're in the area, and good to see some new faces as well as some of the folks that always come to see us. I had to see Sherman Funk in the other room. Sherman's from over and he's originally from that way. Sherman, it's good to see you. He's not eating anything right now, so he. Hello, Sherman. Yeah. Okay. Sherman, they have a good festival at where's that at? The Whitmore Lake. Y'all still having that, ain't you? I don't think he can hear me in there, but they're still having it. It's a good festival. We're not going to be on it, but it's a good festival this year. And then we look forward to getting over there one of these days and one of these years and playing it again. This is a song we'd like to do you right now. And it's called Tuning. Tuning. Are we all in tune? Pretty good? Let's check them out and see. Folks, enough for bluegrass, ain't it? Here's one called Tennessee 1949. I wonder if it's raining in the mountains. I wonder how the old town looks today, and if the church is there beside the river. Could I go back and find where Mama lay? Does life still go to sleep just after sunset? Are the berries still as big on the vine? Do old men sit and talk about the old days, the way they did in 1949? Oh, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, 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 it would be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. I wonder if by chance they might remember a teenage boy so wild and fancy-free, who always loved guitars and country music. If I went back, would they remember me? I wonder what became of Catherine Akers, the girl who broke my heart at 17. I barely can remember what she looked like. 30 years ago, she was my dream. Oh, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, 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 it would be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. many years I've searched the wide world over for what I don't recall I didn't find. And now I'm searching pictures in my memory for Tennessee 1949. Oh, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, 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 it could be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. Thank you very much. Tennessee 1949. And Sherman, did you hear all the good things I was saying about you? All right, sure will. Okay, we got a lot of music to play tonight. We ain't through, and want some more feeling, we'd be glad to sing it for you. One of my record songs. Right now, since we all tuned up, ain't used to tunes no more than we have to, let's do one, a new instrumental, and call it Richmond, and it goes like this. My heart is breaking, and there are tears in my eyes. Heartache she calls me has wrecked my young life. The love that you promised to me was untrue. All I have is a memory. Can't forget about you. This lonesome old feeling keeps hanging around me. It reminds me of you and the love that we knew. I'll sit here alone. There's no one beside me with the love of my home. Now that you've gone, The nights are so lonely, and you still on my mind. Can't lose this memory of you now, I find. So I'll go on hurting and thinking of you. This lonesome old feeling keeps making me blue. This lonesome old feeling keeps hanging around me. It reminds me of you and the love that we knew. I'll sit here alone. There's no one beside me with no love of my own. Now that you've gone, with no love of my own. Now that you've gone. Thank you. We're going to take a little intermission, little break. We have some more music to play for you, and right now we're going to have another fiddle tune and a good instrumental you folks might like, and we'll be back shortly to pick and sing some more for you. So we're not going nowhere. We ain't quitting. We'll be back with another. You call what we do a show. We'll be back with another show just in a few minutes. Well, I lost my fiddle player back here again. Look at Dave come up and pick out a good tune, a good fiddle tune, instrumental for the folks. And
All righty, Larry, here's the bit of the Katie Hill right here.
I believe I know her. Pay him good for this. Yeah, we'll be back real shortly. Thank you.